I mean, there's a common theme that we've seen in our conversations, Matt, with many of the guests and the things we're sharing, which is an appetite to recognise the system needs to shift, but also an acknowledgement that there seems to be so many barriers that it's almost like, is it a fait accompli that this is never going to happen? Is it, taking the political perspective, always going to be tinkering around the edges of curriculum so we can have a start and finish within an electoral cycle, or a minister can get that win in terms of reform? And are we ever going to be bold enough? You know, we often look at the countries like Estonia and others when we say, look at how they've adapted their curriculum. But they kind of had a reason. They wanted to change completely from a Soviet curriculum to something new. So they had a catalyst that we don't have. Do you ever see there being the appetite or the opportunity for us to really do a curriculum reform that isn't based on what we've already got, and how can we refine it?
I think sorry, you go, Matt. You're getting ready.
No, I was asking you, I think, really. So I'll hear what you say, mate.
Well, I think that'll take a very bold government to do that. In '97, Tony Blair came to power with education, education, education. And I remember at the time, the teaching population was absolutely excited about what that would mean, because at the time, they thought this would mean a revision of the assessment process at the time and a revision of Ofsted. The government, even when it got into power with a big majority, didn't quite dare do it. And that instead, over the period that they were in, it became targets, 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 results, results, results. And we're still living with that. It would take a very strong government to put education back on the agenda as the headline, when other things, I mean, at the moment, global and economic challenges are so great that education typically is quite a long way down the list.